Hi lovelies, good morning and welcome to another day in the life of witch, a witchy vlog where I take you along through my preparation for Imbolc. So I filmed this video 3 days before Imbolc, so just after the full moon. And so this video is filled with ideas on how you can spend Imbolc with rituals and energies of this specific holiday or season that you can incorporate into your life in order to make it a bit more magical. I already talked a little bit more about the etymology of Imbolc. My kitchen witch recipe for the pastel de tres leches. If you haven't seen it, check it out, it's delicious. And in there I also mentioned that Imbolc is not only the reawakening of the earth or the spring maiden, it can also be interpreted as some kind of cleansing. So in order to plant some seeds, have some new beginnings or new growing projects that I will start on Imbolc. So this morning is dedicated to a little bit of a detox program. I started this day actually with a fast, and I'll be fasting for 3 days, or you know, however long I last. Pepper, stop walking, you're so loud. Shh. So I had some Pepper, sit, 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 sit. Pepper, please. He's there like, okay, let's try this again. So this kind of like a short fast you can do for multiple purposes. First of all, you can use it in order to detox your body, to re-establish some functions of it, to not like burden your body too much with additionally having to digest, but it can focus on restoring other things, or that's the thesis at least. And in some ways it can also be a spiritual kind of experience. At least people report that after a certain amount of fasting, they actually do feel more grounded in their body and their mind is freer for all kinds of other ideas and things, and your head is supposed to be clearer. Not that I know, because I'm not one to say no to food. So another thing that I do is stick walking. I actually don't know if that's the correct term. I think it's something out of shiatsu or like a Eastern or Chinese medicine kind of thing, where you walk over a stick, like you start with your toes and you walk all the way to your heels. And you do that about 4 times, like really slowly. It hurts like a bitch. But apparently it really helps with digestion, with metabolism, with general bowel issues. It can help with anxiety, and a lot of people report that they find it very grounding. I just do it because sometimes I like to torture myself. I'm a little kinky masochist, but my partner isn't around at the moment. Just joking. Or am I? Then basically after I've taken care of the bodily detox, we're going to do a little bit of an emotional detox as well. And I got inspired to do this by the Wayward Witch because her entire next month of February will be dedicated to self-love and self-acceptance. And I found that really beautiful. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. No, you can't go up. You're not wearing any pants. Doing now is that we're out in the garden, and I have this little patch where I want to plant a flower garden this coming year, and this is the place where I'm now going to light a couple of candles, and we're going to burn those negative thoughts and negative thought patterns and habits. And while the paper is burning, I will use that time to think about positive affirmations or positive thoughts that I can replace them with, and most likely run after the baby or keep them away from the flames, but we'll see. And then once the snow has melted, which should be very soon because it's getting warmer and warmer, I will actually start planting the bulbs and the seeds, and with every bulb and seed that I plant, I will also plant a positive affirmation. So now that we cleaned our insides, didn't mean for it to sound that gross. Now that we are all cleansed and detoxed from the inside, it's unfortunately also time to clean outside. And with the end of winter, the beginning and the reawakening of a new life, I also wanna get some new life into my apartment that's obviously a bit stuffy and a bit dusty and just a bit cluttered after all this time pent up inside. So we're going to do a early spring cleaning today. And also the next few days are supposed to be really rainy, really bad weather. So I also took this new beginnings kind of things to have my little one enter a new stage. So today we are in
potty training boot camp,
which will also be the reason that you won't be seeing as much of him today, because he is indecent. It's just easier to start potty training without undies on. We have been cloth diapering in order to be, kinder to the environment and stuff like that, which also means that you have to wash diapers every single day. And in the winter, my bathroom is constantly filled with drying laundry and it's driving me insane. So wish us luck. I hope everything goes well. And after that's done, I will re-establish an oasis of rest and peace in this room so mommy can have her baths and wines and read a book. But back to topic. So today I'm going to show you how you can make a magical DIY all-purpose cleaner that is zero waste, very good to the environment, super cheap to make, and you can infuse it with your intentions and use it not only to clean surfaces, but you can also use it to cleanse energy in your house. Or with that specific cleaner, it's also intended to bring in joy and happiness. It also smells really good. So let's get to the kitchen and do some cottage witchery. I don't know why I did that. I feel like I'm in a rap video. Let's get witching! Imbolc also marked the start of the rural year. And it was also the time where traditionally maids and servants and farmhands would switch their farmer or would renew their contract with the farmer that they were working for. Obviously, back in the times, people lived at the farm where they worked at, so it kind of became their family. So from Candlemas, you basically had 1 week, more or less, of holidays to get to know your co-workers a little bit better, to mingle, to chat. For me, in modern times, I do love to use Imbolc to do my yearly planning, and especially to do my garden planning. I do like to have things planned and done, and I am a bit of an organization freak. I do love my lists, I do love my plans, and I do love my calendars. So I actually don't only have one planner, I do have 4. I know it's excessive, but I can't help it. So we do have one family calendar that has like a column for each member of the family and the dog, of course. And that's usually filled with social activities and family activities and doctor's appointments and stuff like that. But honestly, it was completely unused from on March last year because, well, we didn't go on holidays, we didn't do anything else. So this year I'm not even doing one. I'm not even planning for anything. I don't really think we can plan at this point, so we're not doing that. And the absolute same goes for my personal notebook or calendar that would usually hold things
like hairdresser appointments or pedicure, manicure, girls' night out, anything related to my studies, anything related to any courses I would take.
Pretty sure 2021 will not allow that either. So we only have 2 more calendars left. One is my witchy calendar and one is my professional calendar, and those 2 will get filled in now. So I wanted to introduce you to this lovely calendar here. It's called the Level in Witch calendar, and it has been coming out since years and years and years. They do like the regular calendar that you can hang on the wall. They do a personal notebook. They do different versions of it, and it's really, really cool because it basically combines the agricultural or rural calendar or almanac with the moon phases, and it has a lot of information about the different pagan holidays. It gives you crystal and color correspondences for every day. It tells you more about the star signs. Every month comes also with a little ritual idea, which is really, really cool. And in the back you have an entire section that is dedicated to gardening with the moon and with the signs and how and when to plant different herbs. So that's very interesting for my green witches as well. It gives you some suggestions for the different moon phases, and there are also 2 pages just on different correspondences for herbs, crystals, metals, planets, oils, or colors or scents and colors for certain kinds of intentions or purposes. That's really, really fun to have for any witch, really. And I've linked you this one down below, just if you are interested to check it out. I highly recommend it. So what we're going to do with this today is that I will be planning my planting, because this year I want to have a veggie garden according to the moon phases, according obviously to the weather and to the natural prevalent energies. And what I also usually do is that I also mark in when the harvesting seasons for certain wild herbs start, so I don't forget. Because a couple of them are only good to harvest until a certain point, until they blossom, for example, and then they get toxic. So it's easier for me if I have it in my calendar and then I know, oh, now it would be time to go out and gather that herb. And as you know, I also do work a little bit with Celtic and Germanic paganism and the traditions here. So we have a lot of holy days or a lot of special days where traditionally a certain herb is harvested, so I marked it in the calendar as well. So now that that is done, I'm gonna do my professional calendar. And I got this one here 2 years ago from a friend, and I love this one. It's called the Panda Planner, you might have heard of it. It's a calendar, it doesn't have years or days in it, so you just put it in yourself. And it has like a section for the month where you can put in things like a goal that you want to focus on, a habit that you want to focus on, and it gives you a little suggestion. And I just love how it is structured because it really helps you setting goals, because it also gives you incentives, like you have to write in a reason why you want to achieve that goal and what might distract you from reaching that goal. So that's really, really cool. And then for the certain days or weeks that you really want to focus on, You have pages again too that also remind you, for example, of self-care, things I will do to make this week great or how I will improve. It also makes you reflect upon the day or upon the week once in a while. There is a little column for passion project, so you really focus on achieving that balance in your life between work and self-care and a passion and chores, and grow with it. This one is a bit pricier, but it's so worth it. It's a really, really, really cool calendar. It's linked down below too. But I'm not going to show you what I put in there because I do have two very, very, very exciting projects coming up that I will be sharing with you later on. Some of my lovely patrons already know about this, but for the broad public, I will announce it a bit later when I'm further in the progress. And that's that year planned. Let's see what 2021 does with that. You know, I can really hear the birds, and I mean, it's still snowy, but you can already feel that there's something in the air, that there's something slumbering and waiting to reawaken back to life. So in the spirit of Imbolc, we will now go out and enjoy the last snow, and I'm pretty sure that from on tomorrow we will see a lot more green and a lot more brown.